When your brother comes back, he and I will find the lion and kill him.
Hey, what's up, cinephiles? I'm back, finally. Yes, it's been a while. I'm back and with a name change. As you can see, from Mekwemingle to CINEMAFILE. I just think it's a little more catchy and obviously more in line with what goes on this channel. So today we'll be talking about a movie by the name of Prey, not P-R-A-Y, but P-R-E-Y, that was released on August 5 and is actually the latest in the Predator series of movies. As you know, there was Predator released in 1987, then Predator 2 in 1990, then Alien vs Predator in 2004, then Alien vs Predator Requiem in 2007, then Predators, plural, released in 2010, then The Predator in 2018, and now Prey in 2022. And this one is a prequel. You know what a prequel is, right? It's the opposite of a sequel, obviously. So, whereas a sequel picks up or follows up or continues from the previous movie, a prequel goes back before the previous movie. And this one actually goes way back to the beginning, way back in prehistoric days, when the very first Predator came to Earth, hunting humans and animals alike for fun. And the Predator actually invaded a region somewhere along the northern Great Plains, which was home to a tribe of Indians called the Comanches. So the stars of this movie are a girl by the name of Naru, played by Amber Midsunder, and her brother Tabe, played by Dakota Beavers, who is actually very important to their people, and of course, a dog called Sari, which belongs to Naru. So as we have grown accustomed to seeing, the Comanches, just like any other tribe, as their coming of age thing, this great dangerous task that each individual will have to partake in and complete successfully at some point in time in their life to be deemed worthy, so to speak. And for Naru, it is just about that time in her life to partake in her katamia. That's what they call it. Don't ask me, I don't know how it is spelled. So it is time for Naru's katamia while Predator attacks, and the village is also under attack from something else, all at the same time, and they all tie in together. Prey was released on the streaming site called Hulu, and I'm not knocking Hulu or trying to put them down or anything bad like that, but I really wish instead it was released in the theater, because this is the kind of movie that you go to see in a cinema. it was epic. I'm not lying to you, it was a whole heap of fun. Well done. It was so good that it actually compares to the very first Predator movie starred by none other than Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime, and you know that it's one of Arnold Schwarzenegger's best and most popular movies, so Prey has to be very good. Actually, in my opinion, I do prefer the Arnold Schwarzenegger installment of Predator. However, on Rotten Tomatoes, Prey 2022 is actually ranked as the best Predator movie, and the second best is, you guessed it, Predator Part 1. So there you have it. The story, which was written by Jim Thomas, Patrick Eason, and also the director Dan Trachtenberg, was excellent. And the cinematography, the camera shooting angles, the acting, and the character development, everything was great. It was hard to find a fault with the Prey. However, I did find some. First off, there was this battle that occurred in the bushes. The scene was abruptly cut, and then we're at the end of the battle. I think they made a big blunder. That was a big waste, because as good as the movie is, and as great as the action scenes are, I believe that could have been even the best, and definitely one of the best action scenes. I think they should have let us see everything that happened in that battle, and it should have been gruesome and bloody. And also at the end of the battle, when we see the victor should have definitely been wounded. Part number 2. Based upon the feats that the Predator had throughout the movie, I mean, even in the trailer, we saw him lift up and defeat a very heavy and ferocious beast quite easily. And based upon all of that, I think the final battle that went down between the Predator and one of the Comanche was just too easy. The victor came out on top too easily and too quickly, and definitely should have been heavily wounded at the end of that battle. I pay a lot of attention to details, and it is those details that makes me rank Predator 1 above this. That, and also the fact that back in those days, watching movies was just an experience. You know, it was the days of VHS video cassettes, and you would watch a movie 10 times and couldn't get bored of it. And the Predator Part 1 I've definitely seen many times. You just can't forget that experience of seeing the Predator Part 1 for the first time. Yeah, it was just a much more awesome experience than seeing the Prey. However, they are equally enjoyable, and I think personal preference will come down to the type of movie that someone generally prefers. As at heart, one is really a war movie, while the other is really a prehistoric hunting movie. It's weird though that despite they have so many differences, they have so many similarities. Both are set in a prehistoric kind of state. You know, they're in the bushes, and those who are seeking to kill the predator don't have a lot of weapons to their head. You know, they have to be trying to outsmart him, using some of his own weapons against him and all of that. You know, so kudos to the producers of the franchise for figuring out what works for them and going back to basics. I'm giving Prey a solid A. Rhyme, don't it? Yeah. Just miss out on the A+. Just attention to detail. Oh, and by the way, we have 2 groups on Facebook. One by the same name, CINEMAFILE, and the other, you guessed it, it goes by the previous channel name, Make We Mingle. MEK space WI space MINGLE. Go check them out. Anyway, I'm giving a shout out, a Jamaican big up and respect to the man called Crackers, real name Andre. Big driver over there at Wisinko Lakes Pen. He was my 1000th subscriber, so I promised I'd give him a shout out. So this is my first video, first upload since reaching 1,000 subscribers, and also a name change of the channel. What heap of things are going. Yeah, so you don't know, big up on yourselves. So, what was your favorite moment of the movie Prey? And which of the 7 Predator movies is your favorite and why? I would love to hear, so comment below and let me know. And you know what to do.
Yeah, more to the subscription me. For the human too. Tune in for the human too.
If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe now and press the bell, then press ALL all. See you again soon.